Hello there. It's your boy, That's No Moon, back for another What Happens When We Gear 13 a character. And this series is probably designed for newer players. But I mean, if you're a kind of a seasoned vet or you're thinking of doing it, I think this would probably be quite useful for you anyway. I know all the stats. So essentially, this series is just what happens when we go to gear 13 with a character and put a couple of relics on, and see where we're going. And I'll give my opinion on do I think it's worth it or not. I mean, as we go on, so we've done Geobrood Alpha already. That was a smashing success. Yeah, 100% think that you should. His value is incredible because it's going to help you out in territory wars, territory battles. It's going to help you out in Grand Arena. It's going to help you out in 3v3. It's going to help you with certainly the Wat Tambor mission and getting shards for your guild. And it's also a 2-for-1 because Geobrood Alpha is brute that he summons as well. He's gonna reflect all these stats as well. So by upping one, you up 2 characters. So it's a really nice twofer. So in the interest of fairness, here we are. Mod wise, he's got speed. Health is probably one of the best here. He's got defense. This is more for speed, but what I'll do, I'll sort and then protection there. So at the moment, not a huge amount. There's a little bit of health secondaries, but I'll be probably finding more health and less protection. So I kind of whiz through the mods very quickly just to see potentially what we can get him up to. Obviously, it's going to have an impact on speed, and I'd rather run him a little bit quicker, but we will have a look. So at the moment, so his strength is 1131. Tactics, that's a little inflated. I don't really need physical damage, special damage, or resistance. So at the moment, it's a fairly even split. It's around about 95,000 health and protection combined. But the great thing about a Jedi Revan squad, whenever these guys attack out a turn, they'll heal for a certain percentage of their health and protection. I will just have a look actually very quickly while we're here. And I probably think I'm not too far away from Jedi Knight Revan being gear 13 as well. So I think this probably might even be the next one. So where is it? Let me just find it for you. Okay, so these are the goodies that he's going to be getting. So at the start of each battle, Jedi and Old Republic allies gain 5 speed, 5% crit chance, 5% offense as well. The one, as I said, attacking out a turn. Whenever a Jedi attacks out a turn, they recover 20% of their max prot and deal 35 more damage. So I guess there probably is an argument for that as well. But yeah, you again, as you can with this one, go deal to pass the turn meter over to the other Jedi, and it will heal up as well. Heals all Jedi and Old Republic allies by 10% for each Jedi and each Old Republic ally. So if you've got 5 Jedis out there, it's going to heal them for 50% health as well. So all good stuff, all great synergies that are working together. So at the moment, it's 100 grand, 95-ish in terms of health and protection. Speed, I run him at about 215. Again, who wouldn't like to run him faster? No point in extra crit damage and no point in potency. Tenacity is something that you could probably have a look at as well. But I mean, Grandmaster Yoda tends to put out extra protection, extra buffs and things like that. So they can cleanse pretty easily, actually. Armor 49.9, so not a huge amount of armor on there, so that's brilliant. He's going to be reflecting 50% almost of physical survivability and resistance, so he's going to be resisting 40% of the damage taken using special damage. So special damage, physical is more like characters like Han Solo, Raid Han, and special is more like characters like, I think, Night Sisters, things like that. Now, the big one that you're going to be doing is against, the current state of play, the biggest one is going to be General Grievous. Now, he's going to be doing physical damage, so this is the one that we want to look out for. So physical damage is what we really, so that was the higher one, it was 40% or 50%. So any damage that Grievous is doing, the most popular counter at the moment for General Grievous squads is going to be this Jedi Knight Revan team. It does work very well. So right, let us upgrade. We'll have an extra 8 speed tactics. That's going to add to special damage and resistance. Again, don't need a huge amount of that. Damage, armor penetration, not great. But the health steal is good, an extra 5% health steal, because remember, he's going to be counter-attacking as well. So, and as he's counter-attacking or attacking out of turn, he's going to be getting these bonuses back as well, and he's gonna be one tough mummer to hit. Right, so let's hit that upgrade button, and let's see what we've got. Right, let's hit that upgrade button. Okay, some extra health, some extra armor, speed, health. There we go, health steal +5. Protection was good, that was an extra 4,000. So here hasn't increased a huge amount. This is now 110. So it's a good bump. Armor now is 52%. So let's whop on the first level. So that's a nice bump in stats in terms of health. So we're going to get that from the strength growth, and it looks like we're also getting it from the tactics healer mastery as well. Crit avoidance, great, any percentage on that. Physical damage as well, and his damage is going to go up anyway. But yeah, it's his mastery. Armor is also going up. So brilliant. Let's pop one of those. Okay, nice. So we can see what we're upgrading here. Let's take him up another one. So now that looks pretty good. That's a big bump in health there. Huge bump in health, actually. So this is all looking good. Looking at the health again, this looks absolutely fantastic. So as I've got him at the moment, it's now turned to about 115. But then the most important thing is reflecting the physical damage of 55%. So I'm going to have a little play around with mods just to see what we can potentially get him to. And then I'll give my thoughts on this character. So just potentially, if we put 4 primary health mods on, again, the health goes up hugely to 83,000. Protection, I'm not sure I like the dip in that. So I'm going to try and find a little bit more of a balance with him at the moment. So, yeah, and definitely not that mod set. But potentially that's what you can get him to with the health. So instead of being about 115 combined, that's more like, what's that, 120, 130, 132. So there's a case for that, I guess. Okay, so this isn't a bad balance. Just having a look at health primary there, and then a couple of protections. I think it's worth, again, there's going to be guys out there who are much better at modding, but something like that, I'd imagine. Now, these health primaries, it's probably worth it gear 12 or gear 12 plus plus or whatever it is, going with protection, because it's just going to add to the overall. But as his health goes, I'm just going to revert those. As his health starts going up from the actual relic levels, well, of course, you're going to get more benefit from, because again, there's no increase in protection, but the whole increases in health. So there will be a point where if you relic him up enough, those percentage in health are going to be absolutely huge. So probably low relic level at the moment is better running health and protection, but I think as going forward, or if you want to get this character to relic 6 or 7, that health pool is going to be absolutely huge, and going health primaries on him is probably going to be more beneficial, or maybe one protection primary on there. So my thoughts on this character, I think it's incredibly useful. It will help you a little bit in the light side territory, Geonosian, but not a huge amount, because we all know how hard that is. Will it help you in territory wars? 100%. and also in Grand Arena 100%. If you're able to take down a Relic 7 Grievous with these Jedi, and obviously you'll need a hard-hitting Grandmaster Yoda as well, but if you can, he's going to be one of the most important characters, just because of this, being able to revive at 80% health and grant those allies crit immunity for 5 turns. So Grievous, you've usually got to go for B2 first, so you're going to have a whopper of an AoE. So definitely having him survive this AoE, or some droid attacks, or even if Droidica hits him first and it's a high relic Droidica, you don't want him getting one shot. That's almost fight pretty much over. And you also don't want to have to run a tank in there like Kenobi, because you want to keep Kenobi for that Padme squad. So yeah, I think it's going to prove huge value in your territory wars. I think it's going to prove huge value in Grand Arena, just being it because there's a lot of Grievouses on defense, and there's no easy way around it. You kind of don't want to burn a Darth Revan on there. There's not a huge amount, or you don't want to burn your Galactic Republic. Not a huge amount of teams that counter that Grievous squad at high level. Would I recommend it? Yeah, 100%. I'm gonna like invest in this over the next few weeks. I'm going to keep getting him tanky. I'm going to play around with some mods and try and get some secondary health mods as well on there. So like, for example, that one, it has plus protection, which is great. 5% protection is pretty good actually. But I'll try and start going to percentages of health rather than flat health like that. But yeah, I'll have a look at what mods I've got and I'll try and optimize it. So in closing, Jolee Bindo, is he worth it? I always had a feeling he would be, but now, as I said, having a look at and facing high level Grievous teams, and they are going to be 2 a penny now. So many people have got separatist droids for the gas event. You're going to need a regular counter for it. So I would say, first and foremost, in this squad, Grandmaster Yoda is 100% worth getting to 13 first. Then Jolee Bindo is probably very important second. Then if it's a high relic across the board, you will then need Jello. So if we're talking B1 and maybe B2 and Droidica are level 5 or 6, that's where also you'll want Jedi Knight Revan for his lead rather than Bastila, and Gear 13 as well. So I think probably this is going to be our next Gear 13. I will let you know if it is worth it or not. If you've enjoyed the series, thank you very much so far, first and foremost. I will see you next time, and hopefully this has been helpful in making you decide whether you want a relic Jolee or not. As I said, I think it definitely is. So fingers crossed. Again, if you don't think it is, let me know in the comments. But if you have enjoyed the content, please feel free to leave a like, a comment, or a subscribe to see more of these coming in the future. I am free to play, so getting these guys up to Gear 13 does take a while, but bear with me. I will sort of report back on each and every one that I do. And I will leave you with that. Thank you for joining me on your Saturday night, or whatever night it is in your part of the world, and I will see you all next time. Cheers, guys.